thing, it's not animating. We got 39 milliseconds. Pat on the back for us, super. Despite the size of the layout, that was actually okay in this case. So, let's have a look a little bit more why. Again, we already know, I think, but this is effectively a read-write, read-write, read-write kind of situation. So each write is going to basically say, well, the last layout you did, whoops, got to chuck that out and do it again. So you go around the loop and it goes, oh, I better do a layout for this one. Can you change that paragraph for me? Super, that's going to invalidate the layout I just did, thanks. And so on. Layout thrashing, you know that. Great, so let's do it right instead. Let's move asking for the block width, which isn't going to change. Just move it out. Read, write. So you want to batch it in this form. Now, FastDOM, new library by a guy called Wilson Page. Definitely worth taking a look at because that demo I just showed is actually pretty trivial and you might be sort of saying, well, I'm not going to get caught out by that. Of course not. In a complex code base, it's possible you could have unexpected interactions. So what FastDOM does is it basically makes it convenient to batch up. It will redo that for you. You might want to look at it. It might just be something you want to have a look at. Here's it running, just in case you wanted to see layout thrashing really destroy things. Oh, and another tool, the FPS meter inside DevTools. Frames per second. Here we go. So we have this for synchronous layout button pressed, which is the one that's basically layout thrashing. And we have our little animation running at 9 frames a second. It's not good, is it? Good. So let's go with FastDOM for a split second, see what it can do. Hey, imagine the difference. Okay, it's not quite 60. I was doing screen capture at the time, but what's the frames per second between friends? All right, we're good? So that's the frames per second FPS meter. That's a really useful tool. If you just want a quick kind of, how am I doing, without getting too knee-deep in sort of, what are my tools, what my timeline, what's all that going on. Paint then, let's have a look at that. So, what have we got? We have a tool here that enables continuous page repainting, which is basically going to tell us, if we were to paint this page from scratch, if we were going to rasterize everything from scratch, what would the time be? And it's currently 4 milliseconds to do all that. That's cool. Let's add something expensive like a box shadow. Now we've jumped up to 40 milliseconds to paint this page. And we can switch it off and on, and we get a sense of, okay, when I do this, yeah, okay, it's pretty obvious because I'm in control. This is, you know, I can see exactly what I'm doing. But if you look at it in the other direction where you've got something that is expensive to paint, you go to your project now, you switch this on, and it says, this would take me 100 milliseconds to paint. This is the position